Hello and welcome to Wingin It, and welcome back to some more gameplay from the Wingspan World Cup 2024. We are here in game number 5, and with a perfect 4-0 record, we are very much hoping to get another win and keep that good run going. So, yeah, we are coming into this game still in this regional qualifying stage, and we're going second yet again. So, sort of worked out for us so far. Maybe it's been a bit of a good omen, a good luck charm. We will see. We will see if that continues here into this game. And yeah, hopefully we get off to a good start. Alright, here we go. Our opponent is picked. So let's see what we've got for our own starting hand. Alright, we've got some very interesting options here. Willy Wagtail. I felt like I had a long run a while back of Willy Wagtail games. Not had it for a while, but come up again here with the Nuthatch. So potentially Forest Edge could be on the cards here. I do, of course, have the Hummingbird as well, which is nice. Cuckoo potentially for the pink power. Now, we did see we've got the Storm Petrel in the tray. I've also got House Sparrow, which works very well with the Forest Engine, so could be tempted to pick that up. Yeah, I did wonder if my opponents... I'd imagine they're going to go for the Storm Petrel. I feel like that's a bit of a no-brainer opening bird to go and grab. So strong for the wetlands, so yeah, even if they're just keeping the one bird, I think that's still a scary opening for them to get their hands on that. So, yeah, I would imagine... Let's look at the bonus cards. Oh, Omnivore. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going with the Wagtail. And, yeah, potentially this Cuckoo as well. This could work out nicely. I mean, even the Hummingbird hits that, but maybe you don't need the Hummingbird quite so much when, of course, you're going in the forest. So, I think we can do something like this. And I'm just trying to work out if... / when we grab the House Sparrow, because I think we will want to go for that. And just run the Forest Engine, because Wagtail, it's a gamble. You got to use it lots to try and find some good birds. And using it lots means taking lots of food, grab some seeds, turn those into tucks with the House Sparrow. So I think I'm happy enough to go ahead and lock this in. So very nice looking feeder, lots of nectar, lots of seeds. Kind of what we like to see. No surprise that they've gone and grabbed the Storm Petrel right off the bat. So I think I do want this House Sparrow badly enough that I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to spend the nectar. I'm going to top deck as well. European Robin. Okay. Well, that's very interesting and potentially quite powerful. As a way of getting more nectar, but also more seeds. So that might be another option. It's another cup nest if we are going to go with the Cuckoo, of course. So, yeah, we've got some real interesting options of how we're going to play this. Is it Storm Petrel? Yes, it is. So, yeah, they're going to go dig in. Probably means this isn't a forest bird, because you might have wanted to play that, grab the nectar, and then get the petrol down. But certainly they'll be digging, find some good stuff. Do I go Wagtail first, or do I go Nuthatch first? Now, what I'm kind of thinking is I'm going to need to get some eggs, and I want to get 2 of them. And I think probably that means discarding off the Nuthatch as the cached seed. So we'll do Nuthatch first, grab those 2 nectars. Legs, get the Wagtail down, and then, yeah, there might be a world in which we could do Robin this round. Maybe not House Sparrow, that might be a bit much. But maybe Cuckoo, I mean, we're going to have to wait and see if they go Grasslands. We're sort of ready to respond. So I'll kind of keep this up my sleeve, because I think with the pink powers, there's kind of 2 ways of looking at it. You want to get them down early, but if you get them down too early, you either put your opponent off going Grasslands, or you give them time to find Bush Tip, Chipping Sparrow, some alternative egg source, which means they don't go into the grass. And so if you can be a little bit patient and pick your moment and see if they do play something like that, then you know you can just ditch this kind of pink pass. So I'd imagine it's going to be digging for a little bit at least for them, so won't worry too much. We'll just go ahead and grab our nectar. So yeah, plenty of that in the feeder. And yeah, 5 turns left. If we legs, play the Wagtail, take food, and play the Robin, that's probably our lot. And it might be enough to win this end round. I don't know, we'll see. It could well be a tie. Just depends how much digging goes on, how much food they're able to get hold of. But for sure, we'll be able to get 3 birds down. And that's going to be strong. We're sort of going all in on the forest. Per se, if this whitetail is able to find us some goodies, then I think it will certainly be worth it as this game goes on. And I mean, you kind of look at these end of round goals, certainly that second one, Bird to the Forest, is exactly what we're doing. Eggs in cup nest might be a bit tricky, but that's where the cuckoo could potentially come in. We are certainly going to have, between whitetail and robin, plenty of capacity. So it's just about finding something to fill that. So yeah, still digging. Not content with the tray birds, which I think makes sense because they're not very good. Let's go ahead and ditch. We're going to ditch the seed here, I think, because I want to spend as much nectar in this forest as I can while setting it up. We've always got flexibility to spend nectar in the grasslands later by playing other birds. So yeah, we'll try and, as I say, spend as much as we can. So if we do, I suppose what we can do is we can do wagtail. We can take food twice and then play the robin, spend as much nectar on that as possible. Obviously, if we play the robin and then take food, we're having to spend the nuthatch cash. We're then also not able to gain nectar on that last turn, which can be a bit of a hindrance. So that's sort of plan A, but of course, you know, if wagtail wants to give us something nice, like a housefinch or a chipping sparrow, that we can go ahead and pick up, that would obviously be ideal. But it does remain to be seen. Does seem like over here though, more digging. So this is always terrifying because you're basically looking at 6 cards each turn, and if you just do that for the whole of that first round, you're looking at 30-40 cards. It's so hard to compete with that. Just the volume of cards being seen. You know you're going to find something good. I'm already worried that they might have found a raven or something similar. And I think that's why we're going to try and keep hold of this cuckoo for a rainy day. Oh, okay, now, yeah, alright. Now they're going for the bob white. Makes me think even more they might have just found a raven, because that's a good partner in crime to go in the grasslands and get some more eggs. So my raven senses are certainly tingling here. We'll just have to wait and see. So let's get this wagtail down. And this is kind of the make or break of this game. If wagtail wants to do its thing properly, if it wants to perform well, get us some good birds, I think we've got a real shot at this game, because this is going to be a strong engine. But it can easily go the other way, where it doesn't want to play ball and constantly resets the tray and reveals amazing stuff for your opponent and doesn't give you those cup nest birds. So it's a gamble. Wow, okay, they're now spending food. Let's change this tray. And Drongo, I think, might be a good one for them to go and grab. Along with King Rail. So two Omni birds that we know we're not going to see, unfortunately. But that is how the cookie crumbles. Sometimes, maybe we'll get the burrowing owl, maybe we'll be able to get something else on the refresh. Yeah, King Rail. Maybe they don't want to go Drongo. If they don't pick up Drongo, that's, I think, even more of a sign that Raven is incoming. Because you're normally good for food, but I think even then, free nectar on most turns. I think you don't say no. It's going to be points. Helps you with the nectar scoring. But it is a little bit expensive, so we'll see. I don't necessarily think it's something I want to go for, even though it hits Omni. But it is able to be picked up, of course, with the wagtail, and sometimes you can't be picky if you're given something with the wagtail. More often than not, it's a good idea to take it rather than reset and gamble that you don't get anything at all. So yeah, it's just the sheer volume of cards here is really what's so scary and what's so strong about the Storm Petrel early on. So remains to be seen. But I'd imagine if it is a Raven, it's going to be take cards once more, take food once, get yourself ready to play Raven. Of course, we are having house rules in this game, so you can't play it until round 2. But you can certainly be smart and set yourself up ready to get it down in that round 2. So they did take the Drongo. Revealed Savvy's Warbler, which is kind of interesting as an option to grab. I think I will grab it because it could be something just to supplement the Wagtail. Kind of similar, I guess, to the Storm Petrel, in that if you get it early and just the volume of cards that you see is so good. So it's maybe kind of on the edge of its useful point in time. And yeah, have to make that call on whether I do grab the Burrowing Owl. I think I probably do. And hopefully get some nectar, because I think, I don't know, I'm sort of in two minds now as to whether actually I play the Cuckoo first before the Robin. But I think there is maybe a world in which I can set it up so that I can respond to this Raven. I'm just talking as if they are going to play Raven. It might not happen, but I've utterly convinced myself that it will. But just being able to respond so that when they do play it on that first set of the second round, just being able to slap down this Cuckoo, I think would be quite satisfying. But we might have to wait an extra turn, because I think, yeah, if we take food again and we play the Robin now, we'd have to lay eggs, take food, and then play the Cuckoo. So it is a little bit slow. We might miss one free egg, but I think that's okay, because the value, I think, of this Robin, getting the extra food on that extra turn is probably more powerful. So still digging. Yeah, this is ominous. This is very, very ominous. So if a Raven senses we're ever going to go off, it's going to be now. But we'll keep going. We'll keep trucking on. So let's go nectar fish. Just try and restrict the amount of nectar they can block from me. And I think we will grab this Burrowing Owl. And yeah, Robin goes down with the 2 nectar and the seed. And we will comfortably win this end round. And as I say, set ourselves up well for the next one, and just set ourselves up well long term. European Robin's really, really strong. Yeah, there we go. Look at them taking food. But this will be strong bird for us. Get lots of food. Very nice. Yeah. Okay. Raven incoming. Oh, do we go Cuckoo? Maybe we do. You know. Maybe we do. I got to think about it this way. It's basically, it's only that one turn. I think the egg might be more valuable than the food, because I'm going to play the Robin, take food, and then get the Cuckoo down, or play the Cuckoo, take food, get the Robin down. So we'd only be missing one food. This might give us more eggs. I think screw it. Let's get this Cuckoo in the game. Let's do it. I'm going all in. If they don't play Raven, I'm going to look stupid, but I've played enough Wingspan to know when a Raven's incoming, and it certainly feels like it is now. So, okay, well, this is not ideal, but I think I will have to go and pick up that Rough. Kia, oh, maybe I just block them both. They will definitely get the Kia. But Rough, with the Omnivore, with these extra cards, with the card cycle, I have to, and unfortunately, because I don't have an egg, I can't take both. But Rough it is. And for sure, I mean, this round, I think it's Robin, Sparrow, Rough. I think we can play all 3 of those. Hey. And still be in a strong position. So let's, yeah, let's take food. And okay, do we have to throw a card here? I think we do. Oh, they didn't take the Kia. I just noticed that. Okay, well, they're not going to get it because I'm going to reset this tray. I think Burrowing Owl is probably not going to get played, and I want to grab a worm. Yeah, so that I can get the robin down more quickly. Reset this tray. Okay, another hummingbird. It has come up. And a nutcracker. Okay, well that's kind of like sparrow. So that could be an interesting option. All right, back around to us. I think they went and drew cards. Yeah, so the golden eagle there was tempting. So that kind of, I don't know. In a way, maybe that means they haven't found good grass and birds if they've gone and jumped on a golden eagle. But maybe also they're just trying to delay giving eggs to me. Certainly understandable. We are going to lay eggs here, and I think I've just got to work this out. So it's going to be eggs, robin, food. I think, I don't know, it's going to be really tricky as to whether actually playing the sparrow this round is worth it. 100% got to get the rough down. But it does just make me think about whether I need to go and discard an egg or discard a food or a card. I think probably food. I think we are going to be good for food. So let's get them on the cavity nest, because there is potentially a world in which they lay eggs here, and then we can save the egg on the cavity nesting bird, looking way ahead to that last in a round goal. That could be an option. So get our eggs down. As I say, get our robin in the game. And there we go. Free egg has come through. Very nice indeed. Robin down. And yeah, so we're now getting, what is that, 3 food plus 1 off the robin plus a nuthatch seed. So it's basically 4 food plus maybe a 5th. So we could potentially play both of these, but obviously we're then not going to have any food to use on the sparrow. So it might be better to actually just wait. Maybe take food twice here. Give ourselves more cards. I think, to be honest, this is actually quite a good position with the tray, because I could just grab the king, grab the gnatcatcher. They're terrible, I don't want them, but that's great because I could just put them on the rough and score points and get card cycle and hopefully find other better birds. Alright, back onto our turn. There we go, white-throated swift. So it is going in the grasslands. It's not a tuck and draw, but it is a tuck and lay, and there are lots of cards to tuck here, so definitely concerning. But we can do zip about it. We're just going to keep taking our food. So no nets coming up this time, which is a bit of a shame, but we do get the seed at least, so we can get another one. And as I say, I think we'll go just grab these birds. Okay, common crackle. That might be something they want to go and pick up. And go double tuck and lays. That'd be scary. But to be honest, could be an option for me. Could be an option for me. Hits omnivore. You know, if Wagtail wants to keep giving us cards, we could certainly do some tucking there. Get some eggs, not just rely on this cuckoo, but actually, you know, make ourselves a little bit self-sufficient. Could be a half decent option here. So if it's there, I might pick it up. But if it's there, equally, I might pick it up with a rough later. Grab the gnatcatcher now. We shall see. And indeed, it is still there. So laying eggs, we get a freebie. And yeah, okay, 3 nectar. Probably Bob White then. Hope it is. Really hope it's not like a white stalk or something. That'd be soul crushing. Let's go and take some more food. Where's all the nectar? Was this like full on flashbacks to last game? We're gonna need to grab a worm here. Actually, let's think about that properly because we'll need to play the rough. But this is exactly like the last game I played, where I just kept resetting the feeder and kept not getting any nectar coming up, which is a real shame. So. I suppose actually, if we are gonna go Forest Grackle, we're probably gonna tuck the hummingbird. But then, do I keep the Savvy's Warbler as just a way of maybe feeding that Grackle later? I don't know. Let's take the gnatcatcher now. As I say, if Grackle's still there, can always grab it, and I suppose we can actually just play it. Turn 1 of next round. That might not be a terrible idea. It's going to be a balancing act, because we're going to need cards to tuck under the rough. And we're going to need cards to play. And if we play Grackle, it's net 0 in the card department up here in the forest, which is not ideal. It's not great. So hopefully... yeah, hopefully we get something better. Tuck and draw, I'm just going to keep saying it, is exactly what we want. It's the best partner in crime for the Willy Wagtail. So, yeah, House Finch, Violet Green Swallow, American Robin. Still time to get good usage out of those, so those would be top of my shopping list if I could pick anything. And on to our final turn of the round. Okay. It's a Galar, so that, I mean, okay, good and bad. I mean, obviously bad because 2 points every time, but seeds. Seeds are a point for us, potentially. So we could do something there. But can't think or worry too much about seeing Galar go down, but yeah. A minor issue. Raven, Swift and Galar, so it's all getting set up in time. You want to get these down in round 2. And they certainly are doing that. So 3 eggs coming through. A plenty, super helpful. And a free seed. So there we go. We're already stocking up well for next round. Should be an easy 10 tucks on this House Sparrow. Really wish I could have got it down this round. Just didn't quite have the time. Or the turns, really. I think having to go out of my way to grab the rough did slow me down a little bit, but I had to do it. Rough is super powerful for me, and then there's the value of blocking it as well, because it would have been super valuable over here, of course, with all of these extra cards, and as it stands, no way to cycle them, so we'll see how this Grassland builds out, but if it is fully fleshed out, yeah, grabbing more seeds. So Bob White, I think, is next. If they go Bob White and then Golden Eagle, yeah, that's a big danger. So, alright, we got a decision point. Do we go Grackle? Do we go Hummingbird? I think now the Galar's gone down, I think probably Hummingbird is not needed. Grackle is super tempting. Okay, Blue and Warbler is definitely nice. Big Point Bird. Busted as well. Okay, we're getting some good draws here. I think I'm going to grab it. And we'll see. Give ourselves that option. So, comfortable win in that end of round goal. Alright, that's not the tray you want to see. I'm sure they'll want Spoonbill. And Cass's Finch. Some more lovely bonus cards, which is kind of what you want when you're going Raven. But we're already 6 points on this omnivore and only 5 birds down, so we're definitely hitting that well. We're scoring well on bonuses and end of round goals. I think I said it last game. I'll say it again. When you're up against Raven Grasslands, it feels like more often than not that's a good strategy to go for. So it's working all right for us here. And yeah, long may that continue, I say. But I think if nothing amazing comes up in the tray for us to pick up with the Whitetail, I've got to say I'm leaning towards this Grackle. I think with this end of round goal, eggs in the cup nests, that could be really powerful. I say hits omnivore, so it's already 3 points after the eggs. Even if we have to skip it sometimes, if it gets us points, if it gets us eggs, I mean late game, we just take food and tuck everything and then get the seeds for this House Sparrow. That feels really powerful. So I think probably Savvy's Warbler is not necessarily going to get needed here because, yeah, 1 point. I'd probably only be drawing cards maybe once. Twice would be pushing it. And there's nothing great to grab. So I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to go for it. We're going to go all in on the forest Grackle, and we'll see if this is a good idea or not. And I think we will clear off the cup nest. This is maybe a bit counterintuitive. I do want to leave the one on that hatch. I really don't want to lay eggs later, and I want to use the buster to grab a card because a card is 2 points with the Grackle, whereas an egg is just a 1. Maybe there's a world in which we lay eggs. I think unlikely because they're going to win that anyway. So as long as we just qualify, that's going to be the main thing. So no, we want to spend the actual seed. And please let me spend eggs this time. So yeah, I mean, if they're going to lay eggs, I guess a couple of times. We'll see. I hope I don't come to regret that, but we're going to take off the cup nests. I want to leave the one on the cavity nest, so they'll definitely be laying eggs here. I wonder, actually, they might, I suppose, play the Cassid's Finch. Maybe they'll do eggs, play the Bob White, eggs, play the Cassid's Finch, and then eggs again. That will get them, I think. I should have counted. I think the Cassid's Finch has 3 egg spaces. That get them to 4. So if they are doing... If that requires 3 lots of eggs, we get 3 eggs. I think as long as we take food 3 times and then play 2 birds. Oh, I didn't see that coming. Okay, Eastern Imperial Eagle. Okay. So, I don't know, maybe they've got Prairie Manager. Or maybe it's just a way of using up all these cards. But okay, yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Let's just take food, please. Need some nectar. What is going on? Where's the nectar? This is unacceptable. We'll just try and set ourselves up to reroll here. Savvy can go. Sure. I mean, let's just manifest Puffin. We'll grab this because it's going to get tucked anyway. And okay, we're getting replenishments, which is helpful. Of the cup nests, because we do. Yeah, just need to grab any old bird that we can. But yeah, I think if we do food twice more, probably play the sparrow and then play the warbler. I kind of want to save this bustard because it is super useful for grabbing a tray bird that's not a cup nest, and so that's valuable. I want to try and save that if I can for a moment where it has a bit of value for me. So. But we'll see. I mean, yeah. So they're not going to go Bob White and Eagle. Maybe they got Rheumatologist. Although, I think if they have Rheumatologist, you probably pick up the Falcon as well. But the end game here is probably quite straightforward. I think they've got plenty of good birds to play. We know they've got Spoon, Bill, Cassis, Finch. Let's say the Golden Eagle as well for big points. I'm trying to remember if there was anything else obvious that came up. I don't think they did get Key. I think we did block that. That would be otherwise an obvious play, but you just lay eggs. It's a strong grasslands. I mean, yeah, you get the tucks, you get all the eggs, and the nectar as well. And plenty of cards to use on the Swift to throw for extra eggs as well. Yeah, that feels kind of straightforward, whereas, I don't know, for us, maybe it's a bit more gambly, depending on what this wagtail can get us. But we do have some safe options. Certainly the sparrow would be amazing. We've got to hope this bustard gets us something good, but for now... oh, the galah! Of course, it resets the bird feeder. And not only does it not reveal the seeds, but where's the nectar? Where is the nectar? Did someone put the wrong set of dice in? Okay, we do get something there. So that's reassuring. I think we will grab more nectar. Because we're kind of good on seeds. We're good on seeds for the house sparrow. So we'll do that, grab this canvas back as well. And alright, next time we're going to have to gamble on the reset. But equally, I'm considering a situation where we do house sparrow warbler. Or house sparrow. Yeah, I don't know. House sparrow warbler... I was going to say draw cards. That might be a little bit crazy. Or maybe we do House Sparrow. Maybe we do House Sparrow and cards. And then we have a spare turn to lay eggs. If we need to. I know I said I didn't want to lay eggs. We may have to. Because even if it's only a 3-point turn, if it swings it in around goal from losing to winning, that's a 6-point swing. Suddenly it's 9 points. And that's always worth doing. So... we'll have to see. I suppose I could play this canvas back as well, actually. Does hit on the ball. And it would get an extra card. That's actually quite tempting. Because the reason I didn't want to play Savvy was it's only 1 point, but this is 6. So suddenly that's a whole lot more worth it. And potentially, potentially that could get us the qualification for that last end of round goal. So maybe that means we can afford to take an egg off the nuthatch this round if we're going to get it back on the canvas back. This is interesting. This is a super niche and super kind of intangible value that you're sort of getting out of a bird here. But it's these little fine margins sometimes that can really sway between playing a bird and not. Because I'll be honest, I didn't even consider playing this. I picked it up purely because it was the right nest type, get tucked under the grackle or the ruff. But there's lots else going for this that is not immediately obvious on the surface. So it could, I think there is absolutely a world in which we play House Sparrow and canvas back and then draw cards. So Grey Warbler. Okay. That's that might scupper that might scupper this end around. But at least if they're going to win it anyway, I mean they'll get to 7. Oh, it's going to be really tight. It's going to be really, really tight as to whether that's worth it. But okay, let's think about this carefully. Yeah, I suppose if they just legs twice and grab some non-nectar, which they kind of don't want to do, but it works. Where do I spend my nectar? Do I spend it on the House Sparrow here, or do I spend it? I need to qualify in the grasslands, I suppose, but I'm going to lose. So do I at least spend it in the wetlands? There is a world in which actually in the final round, if I do Bustard and Warbler, I can do something with the nectar there. So let's, if I do House Sparrow and canvas back and draw cards, and if they legs twice, we'll get to 5 in the cup nests. We may have to lay eggs that last turn, and I really don't want to. I'm sure you can tell. I think we have to play this House Sparrow. I think we have to. The annoying thing is that if I'm leaving eggs on this grackle, that creates issues down the road. I think we have to suck it up. So House Sparrow in the game. House Sparrow in the game. Yeah, I just really don't want to tuck these, but I may have to. I may have to because it's... I don't think it's worth skipping a rough tuck. Just to keep these, so... Definitely a good end of round goal to be going second because it means I can react, because my opponent could do a million and one different things here. Maybe they just legs twice, as I said. Maybe they don't necessarily go all in the end of round goal. I suppose what are they going to do? They can lay 5 eggs on those cup nests. Because they can lay 4 here and then 1 here. So that gets them 6 in total, and then if they play something, they can use other eggs. So they could, in theory, get to 6. And only giving us 1. And I think that would mean that laying eggs on that last turn would swing the end of round goal for us. At which point that's worth doing, even if it costs a rough tuck or 2. As I said, it's 9 points, so even if we lose 2, it's still a 7-point turn. And that's just really, really strong. Of course, it then also brings into question, is it actually worth playing the canvas back? Because am I really going to draw cards in that last round? Really tough to say. The value of drawing now is that you get the rough tucks in 2 rounds, not just 1. Lots to think about. This is a tricky end game we're coming into. And alright, it seems my opponent is indeed laying eggs. Shouldn't be surprising. We get 1 there. Galar Seed as well. But okay, they're not fully maximizing the egg laying to the extent I thought they would, because they've not thrown a card. So that means they're going to get to at most 5. This is tough. This is really, really tough. There is an alternative, which is that we play the bustard and we draw a random card and we then lay eggs. That might be the best option. So yeah, they're on 5 now. So they could lay eggs again, get up to 7. They're not going to because they've got 2 nectars. So they're going to play something. Because you wouldn't grab 2 nectars if you were going to lay eggs again. I suppose it would be quite a smart way of bluffing. But even if they laid eggs and got up to 7, I think if we did bustard, we'd be on 3. They lay eggs again, we go up to 4. We lay eggs again and go up to 8. I think I'm talking myself into playing bustard and drawing a card here. I think that's the best play. Sorry, canvas back. And yeah, if we do lay eggs that last turn, we can also get some on those cavity nests that we were worried about missing. So let's do bustard. We're going to have to overpay, but I do not care. I've got more than enough food to do whatever I want this game. So let's get it down. Please. Need a good bonus card here. Okay, that's a really good one. Ethologist. 4 points. Very nice. I actually don't want a top deck here, because if it's something good, I'm going to have to tuck. Whereas if I draw, for example, this mallard, and something good gets revealed, I can tuck and draw for it. So we're going to do that. Okay, Eleanor's Falcon, not really interested in you. But I think we will be laying eggs here. And seeing where that takes us. So common golden eye. Okay, that's a very unusual one. But I guess if they can max that out 2 rounds, I think they're going to win that last end round goal anyway. But you can easily clear off with the Raven, so that is in effect a 10-point bird. And might help the bonus card as well. But okay, so for this end of round goal, yeah, they're on 5, we're on 3. We lay eggs here. Absolutely no-brainer, so let's go ahead and do that. And yeah, as long as we get 3 in the cup nests, we could even then put 1 on the house sparrow and get ourselves on the board for that last end of round goal. So onto the teals. They get 4, which is nice, but we're going to double that because we get 5 through the sparrow. We get 3 through this rough. I think we are going to tuck this warbler. Really, really sorry to see it go, but I think it has to be done. So what are we going to find? Some very, very interesting options. Very, very interesting indeed. Because we've got another pink power. So, could go for that. Penguin is staring at me in the tray as well. That's an easy one to pick up with Wagtail. So, I think we do that as well. Magpie, again, another Omnibird. I think they're probably only going to lay eggs maybe 3 times at most this round, so I'm not sure that's too valuable. But let's go ahead and take some food. And there's all the nectar that we didn't see earlier, which is good that it's finally decided to show up. Now, do we take more nectar or more seeds? I think we take more nectar and hope that Galar gives us seeds. I think that's the play. I think that's the play. So we can do... Yeah, I guess we could do Avocet food, Penguin food. And I think between that, we should just about be able to get the right amount of food, hopefully lots of nectar, and if that wins us this wetlands nectar, that could be a very worthwhile investment. Have they played the spoonbill? No, Gold's Finch. Okay, so they're about to lay eggs. So I think we play the Avocet now. Because if they're going Gold's Finch, they need extra food to play another bird. So they can't. I don't think they can lay eggs twice and play 2 birds. I think they'd have to lay eggs 3 times, play 1 bird, and then play 1 with the Gold's Finch. So if we play the Avocet now, it's basically 9 points. So I think we do that. Yeah, this is interesting because we could, if we found the right bird, we could 100% sneaky win the grassless nectar as well. But I think going for the wetlands here as well is valuable. We're going to be able to be strong there. So let's get this haversack down. And grab a bunch of food. I'm hoping if we can get 3 nectars and a seed, and then use the robin to get another seed, and then use the galah to get another seed, we're going to be good for the sparrow. We're going to be good with the nectar to spend on the penguin, or whatever else we find. Really need the wagtail to hit here. It's super important that the wagtail does its job, because it's a point on the rough. So we're getting a seed. That's good news. They did reset my perfect bird feeder, but they have left it in a good spot as well where I can take a nectar and reroll, so I'm not too mad. But yeah, let's work out. So what is their grasses? They get 4 eggs, 2 tucks, tuck and an egg, minus an egg. So they get 7 points, but they're giving us 2, so it's net 5. We're definitely taking points away with these pink powers, which is exactly what we want, as is this reroll exactly what we want. So 3 nectars, which is good. And the seed, which we also wanted. So we'll do the tuck and the egg there. Robin for another seed. Need something here. Okay, fairy wren. Might be playable. Might be playable. Whooping crane, didn't want to see you. But I don't know, this is kind of at the point where I don't think you can go out of your way and draw cards my opponent's position. So this is where if I had the busted still, this is the kind of value that it would get me here, is that I'd be able to play busted and pick up whooping crane, and with omnivore that's exactly what you want to be doing. But yeah, a little bit more tricky in this situation. So okay, 2 turns left. We're in a strong position here. I think we do. Is penguin better than fairy wren? Fairy wren gets us ethologist points, so we've got to remember that. And how many eggs? It's star nest birds only. So it's only 1. Suppose if we played them both, is that an option? Fairy wren on its own. It's 2 points after eggs, +1 +2, so it's 5. Penguin is 6. If we play them both, they're 6 each. If I played, I suppose maybe laying eggs. I think they are going to play spoonbill. It so much depends where they spend this nectar. Because I think playing penguin and tying the neck, or winning the nectar there, I could play penguin with just 1 nectar and then go and lay eggs in the grasslands and spend 2 there. I get 4 points. And I tie the grassless nectar. They are going to win the centre goal anyway, so we can't do much there. I think that's better than taking food, because taking food's only 3 points. So I think we do penguin. I think we do penguin and eggs. And it's a bit of a gamble, because they could lay eggs and they could have a double play. But I do doubt it with this goldfinch in terms of how much nectar and how much normal food they need to keep. So this feels like a bit of a safe gamble to take, to not spend all the nectar. But probably could have and should have grabbed another one with the robin earlier on. But let's get this penguin down. So 6 points is pretty good. And yeah, we can lay eggs. But we're sort of in this position where they might play forest birds, they might play wetland birds. They can't challenge for both nectars, and they can't challenge for the grasslands. So we're sort of hedging our bets here a bit, and just trying to put ourselves in a position. But that's fully what I expected. Spoonbill going down, and yeah, they can't use any more nectar. So I think that was smart. They're going to lay eggs again. They probably got puffin. We'll see, but we're gonna lay eggs. So this is 4 points, but we get another 3 for tying the Grasslands Nectar. So again, 7 points on that turn. We had a few strong turns here at the end. You know, Avocet worked out, like I said, I think 9 points. Penguin 6, 7 there. Always helps to have these strong turns late game. And we are scoring really, really well. Still got some Sparrow tucks to come. Still, I would expect. Got a couple of pink eggs to come, and indeed here they are. So we just about managed our egg space closely enough. And one more. Glass seed for good measure. Did they grab more fish? No. Oh, because it's not come to the Raven yet. That'll be why. So one tuck and egg on the Swift. They are just about, I think, going to have the egg space, so kind of well managed on their end as well. We can both pat ourselves on the back for good egg space management this game at least. Yeah, 3 fish. All right. Our Raven sensors were tingling earlier, and our Puffin sensors are very much tingling here as well. So we'll pick up Whooping Crane just because we can for the Bants. And yeah, they get their Goldeneye eggs as well, so that turned out to be a pretty good play. 4 eggs in each of the last 2 rounds. Definitely strong, and they do win that last center round. So we won the first 3, we'll give them that last one. Okay, just Puffin sensors were off the mark, need recalibrating. Noddy instead, but still strong, big point play. But as I said, I think decent nectar management in that game. Winning 2 and tying 1. I know we went Forest Engine, but up against a Raven, that is tough to do. So we take that. And we see what the final score's going to be. We know we've scored well. But up against the Grasslands Engine with the Raven, it's always dangerous. And yeah, lots of birds down for them. They did have a few bonus cards. How good were they? 19. Pretty solid effort. Can we drag it back through the remaining categories? Eggs will be a little bit behind, I guess. Not too bad. Caches were good for us. Tucks, of course, with the Ruff and the Sparrow were good for us as well. It's tight. Are we going to take the lead with the Nectar? We are. And we're going to win a very, very close game here. 134 to 131. What a high score that is. But we just about come out on top there with this Forest Engine, courtesy of the Willy Wagtail. Taking down the Raven, always satisfying. So there we go. Nestbox Builder did sort of expect that. But came late, so nice pickup from the Spoonbill. Birdband are always good for 4 points. And Fishery Manager, very, very nice. With the Noddy, so a little bit of a decision there. That's very interesting. Between the King Rail and the Noddy, they went with the safe play. Maybe the gamble would have paid off. You never know. But yeah, good bonus cards for us as well. Ethologist and Omnivore, always nice. So there we go. Super high scoring game, super close one. Hopefully entertaining. Hopefully you enjoyed watching that one. Definitely a fun one to play. And keeps up our perfect record here in this World Cup 2024. So if you want to see the rest of our games in this group stage, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you follow the channel. And I hope to see you in another video very, very soon.